Hey you folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. As Sweden, we have just completed a pretty significant war against England, Bohemia, Muscovy, and the Hansa. I went and cleaned up a couple of little things. I paid off a bit of our war exhaustion just because we actually had a pretty high rebellion risk in a few different places. We have to squash the current rebels that we've got. We have to hope that we don't get a Peasants War based on our very, very low... Oh, that's interesting. Based on our very, very low manpower, of course. Looks like Muscovy just finished something. Their name moved, so they must have annexed something rather. Actually, let's go ahead and check on their status here. I wonder who they just truced out. Maybe something with Kazan and Nogai? No, it's in progress. No, other than that, they don't have any new truces. Maybe they annexed someone? I'm not sure. So Portugal joined in the coalition against us? No, Poland did. Sorry, I must have clicked past that too fast. Poland is in the coalition against us. England will happily join a coalition against us as soon as our truce is over. Now, a couple of things that we should bring up at this point. It may be worthwhile starting a war with Poland relatively early, just to desynchronize them with the coalition. In other words, start a war with Poland before England joins in a coalition. That way, they won't be in a coalition at the same time. The other thing we'd like to do is potentially more war with Muscovy at some point. Of course, we do have a truce with them. But what's interesting is the Livonian Order are allied with Muscovy, and Riga, actually, who's another really good target for us. And if we were to declare war over here, it'd bring Muscovy in, which may or may not be a bad thing, depending on our manpower situation, which is currently not great. Let's go ahead and unpause again. Right now, I'm going to continue to go up my military tech, as opposed to finishing the ideas. I'll at least get the next level. We'll upgrade both the knights and the cannons, which will be nice. But then we might go and finish the offensive ideas, because they will make future technologies a little bit cheaper. And, oh, alright. Apparently you can get a CB, even though we're at truce. We're going to go ahead and take the inflation. Yeah, it's fine-ish. The other thing is we did get, okay, the Swedish absolutism isn't critical, the 10% stability cost modifier, but it could come up a little bit, and it's nice to advance those ideas. But yeah, bigger force limit, 5% discipline is really good. The force march could be handy as well. I don't usually go offensive ideas too often, but it'll be nice in this case. Anyway, we were picking up a few new troops, getting everyone to combine together. I've got some that should be, no, I forgot. Should be on a ship over here. You're going to embark, and the ships are going to go and carry you over here to Viborg. Oh, apparently we left some troops behind. And these are some French troops that are stuck in Meath. England's got some Tyronian nationalists. Interesting. I wonder if there's any chance. What do we have here? Catholic zealots. I don't think we're going to mess around in that, but it's a very interesting situation that we'd want to pay attention to. England currently doesn't have an army, or, yeah, an army. Now, I don't know if they'll have a navy. Ooh, Austria joined in as well. Okay. I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, no, there's some aggressive expansion there. There's a tiny hint in Munster. There's not that much kicking around. 44, 33. We're actually not very deep on aggressive expansion. Honestly, if we take a look at Poland, that is only about 10 years, and it'll fade away. It'll actually fade away before our truce with England comes up. They will leave the coalition before before we're out of a truce with England. England will almost certainly coalition us as soon as our truce is up, because their aggressive expansion is very high. But that's very interesting. We might end up fast-forwarding through some time and just letting our aggressive expansion go away, rebuilding our manpower, all that kind of jazz. Nice leader there. I would very much like it if we could go and engage these rebels. Thank you. Before they finish that siege. That would be very nice. Just because when they complete a siege, it gives nationalism for like 10 years, which is a big pain in the butt. That should be a pretty easy victory. We've got some relatively good stats. We got more discipline, more morale, same tactics, which is fine. But we have a leader and they don't. So that's going to be a pretty heavy stomp. We need to be above a quarter of our manpower limit to not get a Peasants War. Alternatively, not overextended, but we are overextended, so that's not going to happen. Drop some more troops off. Very close to that next idea. We're going to go ahead and try to engage these guys as quickly as possible regardless. Could be that our cav jumps in there first, which is not going to be healthy for them. But, oh, no, same turn. Good. But it will stop them from running for a day or two until the rest of the people catch up. We can get an extra leader. I don't know if we will. We've got too many diplomatic relations. That's an excellent point, actually. We actually have an alliance with Riga, which I don't know if we'll keep. Is there any chance that we can start annexing? I think that was part of our plan, wasn't it? Oh, we are annexing. Derp, derp. We are annexing Denmark right now, and it's actually, other than -1 diplomatic reputation, which is probably due to our overextension. Indeed it is. We are still progressing. It's due to be finished when? Oh, 2 years. Lovely. We're now getting attrition to death, so let's go ahead and detach a siege and go back to the shore. Got a few mercs, which we're definitely going to have to keep around. I'm going to do some more consolidate over here, just because I actually want to let my manpower pool recharge as opposed to reinforce. And what I could do at this point is turn down my army maintenance. Mostly it's the reinforcements, well, and the mercs that are costing us money, but the reinforcements as well. There's our military tech up, which we'll go ahead and take right away. And select our new military units, like so. All right, and yeah, we can definitely get another leader. So here's our navy, and we actually have 2 navies. We have this fleet here. Okay, let's go ahead and combine all our navies together. Let's go to Skåne right over there. Get everyone to merge up, and then we'll send out the light ships. How's our trade situation? We'll probably want to throw them into the Baltic Sea, just because this is where we are currently collecting automatically, because that's where our capital is. Yeah, yeah. Right now, oh, we are A, embargoed, and B, our overextension is going to hurt some of our things, so our trade situation's not fantastic, but yeah, we'll get the ships going on, it'll be okay. Do I want to leave these troops here? I suppose so, because we may jump in against the Livonian Order. So, we do have a couple of conquest CBs there, which is nice. We might want to go and fabricate some more claims. Right now, they don't like me. I've got 14 points of aggressive expansion against them. What I don't want to have them do is join the coalition, so I will not fabricate anything else. What's our current mission? Have a star fort in Kexholm, which is here, so we need to besiege that first. Merge all these guys up, grab the light ships, put them into the Baltic, and then the transports and the 1 heavy. You guys can all be mothballed, I think. Save us a few bucks. How's that looking economically? There we go. We've got a point of inflation, which is fine. I did take some a little bit. We'll buy it down at some point, presumably. What kind of leaders we have? Bonus tax modifier. We could get the yearly inflation reduction guy, but I think we're going to be fine here. Trade efficiency is nice. The diplomatic reputation would be really nice to annex people. The force limit modifier. We don't need the force limit modifier because we're way under there, but it's nice to have a +2 guy. We could go for the morale of armies, but it would be kind of expensive to replace, so I don't think we're going to do that quite yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it up at least 1 notch. There we go. Defender of the Catholic Faith. All right. That's actually something we might want to do ourselves at some point. It'll be really nice to really get a lot of dominance over the North Sea trade route, because we can ensure that trade continues to go to Lubeck, which we'll eventually be heavily, heavily competitive in. Once we finish annexing Denmark, specifically, we'll have a lot of direct control over that node. And certainly at some point, we're going to want to grab Lubeck for ourselves. They are not... They're vassal... No, wait, that's Saxe-Lauenburg. Right, we have a truce, which is why they're not in a coalition. And we can't fabricate any claims, huh? Okay. Well, we'll leave that be. The other thing is we are nowhere close to our naval force limit. And I will want more barks. Do I want to build them now? I think that's probably okay. 9 lights. Oh, we don't have enough money for 9. We won that siege, though. So we're going to go ahead and build that star fort, because we have a mission for that. And let's split this group up, move them over like that, just to minimize attrition, have them stand here. Actually, I should check the rebellion risks in these places. Maybe I could stand some troops somewhere and slow things down. Bitten Lagoda. Autonomy was decreased there. That's a bold move and potentially a mistake at some point. Still, we are coring. About a third of the way done. Stability is +1. I do like having high stability, but I don't like spending above that. I could give myself cheaper stability here, but I don't think that's particularly worthwhile. We are not planning on founding the Scandinavian nation right away, even though we can when we get Denmark, or although I think we need tech level 10 as well. But people have pointed out... We have 10? Oh, we do have 10. People have pointed out that Sweden can get a lot of really powerful events, and we're going to want to wait for those to trigger at the very least before we form Scandinavia. All right, so we don't have as much money because we just built that star fort. Do I want to start disbanding mercs? I don't think so. We're nowhere close to our force limit, and I don't have the manpower to really build another army. We're above our 1/4, which is good because we don't have to worry about the Peasants War right now. So there's a few things for the Peasants War. Is like you need to have less than 1/4 of your total manpower, and then you need to have either something like above 25% overextension, which we do, or something with loans, or one other thing. I can't remember. There's like, oh, legitimacy is another one. So you need, the manpower thing is a requirement, and then beyond that, there needs to be some other thing that's going bad in your country. And the way I play, I'm almost always going to be overextended, just because of reasons. Overextension means you're aggressively grabbing stuff. This is quite nice. I don't know if France is ever going to leave here, and I hope they do, because right now, oh, they're black flag, which is good. We don't have to worry about them actually fighting the rebels, because I don't want them to kill the rebels. I want these Tyronian nationalists to win, because then, actually, we should be in a position to potentially insta-declare on them. We need to fabricate a claim, because I don't think we'll get a free CB. Still, let me go ahead and unmothball these guys, and we're going to go and pick up a 10-pack of troops over here and move them over into Ulster. Although with Scotland here, does Scotland not have any troops? Oh, they've got some troops here, okay. With Scotland here, we might be in a position to not need our own troops at all, which would be kind of nice. But yeah, so either we'll have to fabricate a claim, or at the same time, we could just try to diplo-vassalize them. They may or may not be open to that. I don't know what kind of relationship we'll start as. I don't mind the spy defense penalty. I'm certainly not going to take the points. Oh, we got our military... Oh, it's religious ideas. That is much cheaper stability cost. We are not ahead on administrative technology, though, and I would really like it if we could be, because you get a big boost to your production. The stability cost modifier is not critical. More missionary strength will be very potent. And yeah, we're going to stay Catholic in this game, it seems. Good. Completed that mission. Protect against Poland. Free army tradition is certainly very nice. Or we could just claim... Hang on. This is... Oh, we integrated! Awesome! Alright, we'll check that out in a second. If we just dropped a claim over here, that would be free power. So we may as well do that, at the very least. We're going to start with there. We got a decision. We can form the Scandinavian nation. We're not going to do that. It actually increases for 20 years national unrest, although it gives us a hell of a lot more taxes. I'm just going to go and toggle that off so it doesn't pop up about it. All right. We have Denmark. Well, we have everything. Now this big blue blob going on. We also own Scotland. It's worth pointing out. If it weren't for the fact that we're a deep negative diplomatic reputation because of annexing the subject, not to mention the overextension, we'd start annexing Scotland right now. It's an option, but we'd have zero progress at this time. Still, we'll be able to get there at some point. I moved my troops over here. Good. We're just going to have them sit here and hope that these rebels can get a full siege going on here and taking progress. England is slowly rebuilding its army, and it might be able to counter this, but it wouldn't surprise me if this fails and breaks into independence. I really, really hope that it does. Troops here. We've got some extra... Actually, what other fleets we got going on? I will like it. You know what? I'm going to just do a box select here. I'm going to bring all my fleets together here, and then we're going to reorganize them again. I'll go ahead and leave some troops over there. I think that's okay. All right, lovely. Also, our trade power should go up considerably. The sound toll is phenomenally good. So we actually should have a half-decent amount of power. Potentially, no. We're still overextended, I admit. You can see here, negative 72% from overextension. But our base power from land is pretty poor. Obviously, the Hanse has got a lot. They've got a lot of territory that's been improved. I think what we're going to do is we're going to build a lot of trade buildings in this node over here with the idea to get more influence in Lubeck. And we might even move our trade capital into Lubeck. There's two ways of doing it. We can either move, so it's 300 points to move our trading port, or we could move our capital, which should, by default, also move our trading port. It doesn't tell me the cost here, but I believe it's 200 admin points as opposed to 300 diplo points. Now, do we actually want to move our capital? I don't know. Maybe. There's not actually a need for us to keep our capital in Stockholm. And what's nice about this island over here, it's much easier for us to defend our capital on this island. And so the idea with going and moving any of that stuff into the Lubeck trade node is the Lubeck is... there's no way for us to flow trade from Lubeck into the Baltic. So and you want to collect from where your capital is or your trade port is, ideally. Otherwise, you get a big penalty. So if we want to collect over here, then we should move our trade port and then just flow all the trade into Lubeck itself, which our control over the North Sea really helps us out there quite a bit. So, I don't know. I think we'll probably end up doing that. We might move our capital. I don't know. It could. Have our capital back in Copenhagen. Look at us. We've become Danish somehow. All right. You guys are still going to protect trade in the Baltic Sea, because right now that's where the bulk of our money should be going. A lot of it's being pulled out, and I don't want that. I want a bigger slice of that pie. There was something else I wanted to check, and I can't remember. Oh, yes. I want to check to see how our cultural status is. Yeah, we should probably convert these guys over. A little bit of a cost and a little bit of time, but it's probably worth the investment. Because the Sami culture will never become accepted, and neither, very likely, will be the Hanoverian, because there's not that much of it. We can check the cultural map mode over here. And so Hanoverian is right over here. Yeah, if we went humanist, it does lower the threshold, but it feels like kind of unlikely. That is a lot of points, though. We might not rush into it. We'll see how it goes. I think if we do go humanist, which I'm not sure if we... Oh, no, we've gone already. So, don't we get easier conversion? Well, we get the lowered threshold. Doesn't help that right now we only have one province. If we take over more of this area and we have more Hanoverian culture, we might have them become accepted. So we'll see how that goes. These guys here can probably stay mothballed. 3 provinces is good. I don't suppose Tyrone has cores over here. Yeah, no. So they're not going to go and siege Munster. Or Munster, I suppose. Rebel Uprising. What's almost there? Novgorodian nationalist. It's still 3 years away. And yeah, 40 means it's not a whole lot of provinces, which means even when there is going to be a rebel uprising, it's not going to be too much of a scary one, so we're okay. All right, manpower is nearly half, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab about half the mercs. I've got some over here, right? Are these all mercs? We'll grab about half the mercs. Specifically, I'll grab the cavalry to start off with. We'll disband them, save a few bucks. And then... the infantry, split them in half, and disband half of those as well. I wonder if Muscovy's planning anything. And then we'll probably start building up our own military a little bit. We'll start with some cannons. Maybe over here. 1, 2, 3. 3 it is. And then if I was building them and not mercenary them. I think I'm building them. Hope I didn't misclick. We'll find out. I suppose I could have just canceled it and initiated everything. Alright, you rebels. Oh, that is kind of a pain in the ass. And we have no maintenance, so we're going to lose that fight. Right, because this is Tyronian. Yeah, that's really inconvenient. Yeah, run away over here. That's fine. Sorry, Scotland. I actually don't want the army to be defeated, necessarily. I guess it doesn't really matter. Hey, we finished our cores. Nice. And now we can convert these guys. Stop being Protestant. Go back to being Catholic. Don't you know? Catholic is awesome. At least here. Wow! We accept English citizens? That's actually really good. High tax base in these provinces, so that makes it more likely that they become accepted. Most likely. Okay, Scotland's going to go and make a move over there. Oh, we lost our leader completely, huh? Let's go ahead and recruit it right away. Okay, we've claimed. You can get a new mission. Protect against Poland. Swedish Pomerania. Well, Ultimately, yes. For now, I'll probably grab the Protect Against Poland mission, which just requires that we field a larger army. At least 38, and right now we're sitting at 31. We'll get there. We just need some money again to run our armies. Let's go ahead and stick you guys over there. Okay, we'll be below our supply limit over here. I'll go ahead and attach their army, and if they decide to make a move, oh, and they are. All right, I'll help them out. I guess that's true. As long as the siege continues, it doesn't matter that the army dies, although it makes it easier for England to go and de-siege things. Scotland's going to go and fight them regardless, so I may as well jump in as well. Oh, there we go. We're learning about stuff in North America, where we have no interest in colonizing, just because we're not doing that this game. Should I move these troops back? I think so, actually. Let's go ahead and grab my transports over here. We'll go and pick those up again. And I will go ahead and grab the next level of admin tech. So, let's take a look here. Right now, our production income is 15.5. If I do this, I will be ahead of time for 11 years. And look at this. Next to 3 gold per month from being ahead technologically in admin, which is awfully nice. Diplomatic tech will do the same thing. Military doesn't, but being ahead in military is its own rewards. Protestant zealots, unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Now, I don't think we have any Protestantism in our actual country, so we can't convert. Some people were like, oh, if you can convert and you can do some things. Actually, apparently we can. Oh, apparently you can convert to a heresy right away. Now, if there wasn't, if they weren't done with all their centers of reformation, we would get one automatically. We could convert to reformed, and we get a reformed center of reformation here, which would slowly convert everything over. But at this point, I don't know. I'm liking our religious position simply because it puts us in a great position to holy war against England and holy war against parts of Germany. It sucks that Austria is still Catholic, but I guess, you know, that probably makes some sense. But there's a lot of bits in Germany that we can holy war against, and that'll be nice. Go ahead and move these guys to Ayrshire, and we'll bring our troops home because we are seriously going to have to consider very soon declaring war against the Livonian Order. It's not going to be a holy war because they are Catholic, but we're gonna look into that really soon here. How are your line statuses? Still the same as they were? Indeed. So one of the questions will be, do we want to declare certain people as co-belligerents? Allied with Sweden, Lithuania, Livonian Order, the Hansa. So this would probably bring Lithuania into the war against me if I declared Riga as a co-belligerent. So I don't want to do that. I do want Riga, but I don't want Lithuania jumping in. Oh my god, Russia formed! I didn't realize they had everything they needed to form Russia. What? Okay. Meanwhile, what do you got? Livonian Order, Poland, and Galicia. So if I were to declare Russia as a co-belligerent, Poland would probably jump in, which I'm likewise not looking forward to. Especially since, well, Lithuania. So defensive calls go out first. So Lithuania, if I did co-belligerize Riga, would probably join in on Riga's side. But with Lithuania coming in, if I did throw in Russia... Oh, I can't co-belligerize them. Probably because we have a truce. Right. Okay, so that's moot. And again, Riga is allied with Poland? No, with Lithuania. Oh, okay, hold on. So if I co-belligerized Riga, Lithuania would probably pop in. Possibly the Hansa as well, but I don't think the Hansa is an issue. Let me go and unmothball all this stuff. Get my heavies back in here. Also, how do you do the upgrade? Oh, we don't have the money. Okay, because we have some early characters that would be nice to flip over. Well, we're not going to declare right this second. But, well, let's take some counts. Poland, you don't have any, It shouldn't trigger the coalition, I don't think. I hope not. No, because Poland's not a co-belligerent, so it's okay. And Livonia and Riga are not in the coalition against me, so that's okay. They do have a vassal of Saxe-Lauenburg, which is fine. So they will be brought in, but that's okay. That's not an issue. Hansa might come in, which does maybe point to the idea of having some troops over here. So if I do this, Hansa may join in. Saxe-Lauenburg definitely will join in. Let's leave some troops in Holstein. Bunch of cannons, artillery. That's a good battle. We can instantly kill this stack over here. Poland might come and try to reinforce, but they might not get there in time. That's good. Meanwhile, why don't I not take my whole navy and group them up over here for safety? The transports, though, will still go and drop some troops over here. Okay, I think we are prepping for a war. I'm going to finish all my troop movement, and then we'll put a cut in here, and we will consider what happens next. Do we have full maintenance? We do. No war exhaustion, no overextension. Rebellion is manageable. Fleet get together. We might want an admiral, although I don't think the Hansa has a huge fleet going on. I'll have to double check all the numbers. I'll probably do that in between episodes over here. We'll want another leader over here, certainly. Again, we'll probably wait until the next thing. Oops. Austria still that. Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be a very swell war. I don't suppose I would love to find out from here how likely it is that Tyrone would break off from England. Hang on. I can fabricate... I'm such an idiot. I should be fabricating a claim. Do I already have a claim on Connaught? No. Why can't I fabricate a claim over here? Oh, derp, because Scotland is not me, but I can fabricate a claim on Meath because we share an aquatic border. Okay, because if Tyrone does split off, I'll have a claim on their territory right away, so I'll have a CB to declare war instantaneously against them. And France, you really got to get your troops out of there. Honestly, buddy. Alright, so we've dropped off our troops. There's our transport. They're just going to be parked here. We've got a fleet over here, which is repairing in Skåne. Do I have a navy building? Actually, don't have... Oh, I don't have the money for it. I'm currently losing money. I do still have a lot of mercs. I will give you that. Still, though, why so financially bad off? I think I might boot this military advisor. It'll save me 7.6 per month, which is a lot. I don't need the force limit modifier, so let's do that. So I'm still well below my force limit, and I'm now turning a profit. Okay, we're going to put a cut in here, but I think next episode we might declare war against the Livonian Order. I'll do another sanity check. I'll double check the army sizes, do that sort of thing. But I think that's probably what's going to happen. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.